Hello guys, thank you for coming to watch my video. This video is low-key kind of boring, but it has high climax times. Do you know? I just hope you guys enjoy this video and subscribe, like, comment. I hope y'all like it and I'll see you in the next one. And by the way, it's only half of the lyrics. So sorry about that if you all wanted to hear the full thing, but you know, since there's a lot of thing happening, you will see did not finish it. Disclaimer, I do not own any of the haikyuu characters or art said. This is not how I view the haikyuu characters. This is just for pure entertainment. Warning, language might not be suitable for audience under the age of 13. That's all I have to say. On to the video.
Some hoes better not fuck with my juice, cause he hot and he don't wanna lose me.
Big dude.
I like the way that fucking boy abuse me. He got a big stick, he know
She
how to
down,
use
she
me.
down.
He got a big stick, he know how to use
She
me.
down.
He got a big stick, he know how to use
She
me.
down.
He got a big stick, he know how to use
She
me.
down.
He got a big stick, he know how to
Big
use
dude.
me.
Let me. Let's go. Told the baby, bring it over.
Bro, what is y'all beefing over, dog? It's 7 in the morning. How are y'all this mad? Her bro was sneak dissing. You know I don't play like that. Bro, I don't even know you. Shut up.
Put that grown woman on me, you scared.
Y'all can't handle this outside of school? Hell nah, babe. I need you to record this. I'm not doing it. Bro, I'm not recording that. This got nothing to do with it. Start recording or I'm gonna catch you next.
Don't be shy, show that print. Show me while I'm driving.
Bro, he's not even moving no more. I don't care. Keep
Pull up, let
recording.
me beat it. Shut up, let me eat it. Shut up. Tell me when to start, cause if you don't, I keep eating. Baby, I'm a Scorpio, I'm rich and I'm freaking. Fuck me till I'm tweaking. Pussy water, pussy leaking.
I now pronounce you husband and wife. Who said that? Who said that? Now pronounce you husband and wife.
Bitch on bitch, yo.
Now pronounce you husband and wife.
Let me.
I'm mad at you, let's fight. Put that away, you psycho!
Ass fat, damn, baby thick, nigga, slow down. You gon' shake your ass to tease a nigga, girl, you low down. Lick your tongue, got in public, get me, it's gon' go down. Fuck on that Wooter, got a stupid, want some more round. Damn, shorty raw, she eat dick and balls, keep a pussy ball, got me tweaking in them draws. Got me tweaking in them draws. Got me weekly in them draws. Rich nigga dick, and I'm on my shit. Shawty love a nigga, she go crazy about the dick. Tell your nigga chill out, don't do arguing in this bitch. Got my members with me, bitch, you sparking in this bitch. Big dude.
I feel bad for TENDOU, like he got all up in the mix of this. Incoming live video from TENDOU. Do you want to watch the live? Yes or no? Before, TENDOU and IWAIZUMI had a mutual understanding. Now, both fueled by the anger and bitterness caused by Ushijima and Oikawa's betrayal, they were both determined to make them pay for their actions. TENDOU clenched his fists, his knuckles turning white from the force of his grit. Let's go, we don't want to give them time to get too comfortable. TENDOU starts walking towards the door, determination in his steps. He was focused on one thing and one thing only, making sure that Ushijima and Oikawa paid for their betrayal. Let's go, he says as he reaches the door, looking back at IWAIZUMI, waiting for him to follow. IWAIZUMI and TENDOU exit the apartment together, stepping out into the cool air as they begin making their way to Ushijima's apartment, both walking silently and determinedly. TENDOU keeps his gaze straight and focused, his mind racing with thoughts of revenge and anger. IWAIZUMI walks beside TENDOU, his hands clenched into fists. The cool air does nothing to soothe their anger. They continue walking, their footsteps loud in the quiet night air. TENDOU glances at IWAIZUMI, seeing the anger in his eyes and the determination in his expression. He knew that IWAIZUMI was just as enraged as he was. TENDOU stops walking, noticing IWAIZUMI heading towards his car. He looks at him. "We're taking your car?" he asks in a slightly surprised tone. IWAIZUMI responds to TENDOU, "Yeah, it'll be faster to get there if we drive." He opens the car door and gets into the driver's seat. TENDOU watches as IWAIZUMI reaches into the back of the car, his curiosity piqued. He looks at the small case in IWAIZUMI's hands, wondering what was inside of it. TENDOU's eyes widen as he looks at the gun IWAIZUMI handed to him. He takes it from him carefully, his hands handling it with a mix of fear and determination. He holds the gun for a moment, feeling the weight of it in his hands. TENDOU looks at IWAIZUMI with a serious expression and mutters, "Are you sure about this?" "Absolutely," IWAIZUMI replies in a firm, serious tone. "These assholes have messed with us for far too long." TENDOU takes a deep breath, gripping the gun tightly in his hands as he looks at IWAIZUMI. "All right," he says quietly, determination in his eyes. "Let's do this." IWAIZUMI nods, a silent agreement passing between them. He starts the car and backs out of the parking spot, ready to drive to Ushijima's apartment. TENDOU looks out of the window as the car begins speeding away, his heart racing with fear, determination, and anger. He clutches the gun in his hands, knowing that things were about to take a serious turn. IWAIZUMI drives in silence, his focus solely on the road ahead of them. TENDOU glances at him, noticing the determination in his face and the intensity in his eyes. They both knew that what they were doing was dangerous, but they were in too deep to turn back now. TENDOU's mind raced with thoughts of what was to come. He knew that they would have to be careful, and that they would have to be quick if they wanted to succeed. He clenches the gun in his hands tighter, his heart beating faster as they get closer to their destination. IWAIZUMI continues to drive, his hands gripping the steering wheel tightly. He takes a few turns and they are soon a few blocks away from Ushijima's apartment. TENDOU's heart races faster as they approach the apartment complex. He looks out at the buildings, trying to keep his breathing steady. He knew that they were getting closer to Ushijima and Oikawa, and his mind was a mix of anxiety and determination. IWAIZUMI slows the car as they get closer to the complex, parking the car on the street a few blocks away. He takes a breath before turning to TENDOU. "Are you ready?" he asks. IWAIZUMI's heart skips a beat as he sees Oikawa exiting Ushijima's apartment. His eyes widen as he sees Oikawa walking, a mix of shock and anger flooding his mind. TENDOU notices IWAIZUMI's sudden freezing and looks over, seeing Oikawa too. TENDOU's heart starts racing as he spots Oikawa walking out of the apartment. He glances at IWAIZUMI, seeing the anger and surprise in his eyes. He grips the gun in his hands tighter, seeing an opportunity that could be too good to pass up. IWAIZUMI steps out of the car, TENDOU silently trailing behind. With purposeful strides, IWAIZUMI approaches Oikawa from behind, seizing him in a firm grip, one hand clamping over Oikawa's mouth while the cold barrel of a gun presses against his temple. As Oikawa tenses, TENDOU slips past them, moving smoothly through Ushijima's apartment, his eyes scanning the room with quiet intent. IWAIZUMI talks firmly into Oikawa's ear. "Don't move and don't make a sound or else you will get a bullet in your head. Got it?" Oikawa freezes, his eyes wide with fear as he feels the cold metal of the gun pressed against his head. He nods slowly, indicating that he understood. IWAIZUMI continues holding him, keeping the gun pressed to his head. IWAIZUMI firmly leads Oikawa towards the car, making sure to stay out of sight of any passers-by. He keeps the gun pressed to Oikawa's head, ensuring that he doesn't try anything. Once they reach the car, IWAIZUMI pushes Oikawa into the back seat. IWAIZUMI quickly binds Oikawa's wrists and ankles with rope, ensuring that he won't be able to move or escape. He then applies tape over Oikawa's mouth, making sure he can't speak or call for help. IWAIZUMI closes the car door, leaving Oikawa bound and gagged in the back seat. He glances around, making sure that nobody notices them. IWAIZUMI gets back into the car and quickly dials TENDOU's number on the phone. He waits for TENDOU to pick up, his heart still racing from the adrenaline of the situation. IWAIZUMI gets back into the car and quickly dials TENDOU's number on the phone. He waits for TENDOU to pick up, his heart still racing from the adrenaline of the situation. IWAIZUMI speaks quickly when TENDOU picks up. "TENDOU, I'm leaving, I got Oikawa." TENDOU, who is inside the apartment, immediately responds to IWAIZUMI on the phone. "You got Oikawa?" he asks, a mix of surprise and satisfaction in his voice. IWAIZUMI confirms, "Yeah, I have Oikawa, he's bound and gagged in the back seat." TENDOU lets out a chuckle, a sense of relief in his voice. He says, his voice low but laced with menace, eyes never leaving Ushijima. "Good work, Iwa. I got Ushijima, you can go ahead and leave." TENDOU, gun steady and aimed directly at Ushijima, who sits helplessly on the couch, speaks into the phone with a chilling calm. IWAIZUMI replies with a satisfied tone, "Perfect, I'll be on my way." He ends the call and starts the car. Period. As TENDOU stands in front of Ushijima, who is sitting on the couch, the room becomes filled with a tense and electric atmosphere. TENDOU's eyes fixate on Ushijima, his grip on the gun is firm and unwavering. TENDOU breaks the silence, his voice low and serious. "Ushijima," he says, "I hope you're comfortable because you're not going anywhere tonight." Ushijima's eyes narrow as he looks up at TENDOU, his voice steady and confident. "What do you want?" he asks, his gaze flicking to the gun in TENDOU's hand. TENDOU grins menacingly, taking a step closer to Ushijima. "What do I want?" he asks, his tone dripping with mockery. "Well, I want a lot of things, but right now, I just want you to cooperate." Because you're in a very precarious position right now. Tendou's eyes stay locked on Ushijima, watching for any subtle movements. He takes another step closer, gun still pointed at him. You see, I have you in my sights, and trust me, I'd love any excuse to pull the trigger. Tendou gestures to the chair with the gun, his tone firm. Sit, he commands, his gaze fixed on Ushijima, leaving no room for refusal. Ushijima doesn't resist, realizing the seriousness of the situation. He slowly stands up and moves to the chair, carefully sitting down, all the while, his eyes never leaving the gun pointed at him. Tendou watches closely as Ushijima sits down, his own eyes never drifting from him. Once Ushijima is settled, Tendou takes a step back, maintaining the distance between them. He keeps the gun pointed at him, his finger resting on the trigger. Using the rope, Tendou wraps it around Ushijima's wrists, binding them tightly to the chair. He does the same for Ushijima's ankles, making sure that he can't move an inch. He then steps back to assess his work, satisfied with the tight bonds holding Ushijima in place. Tendou takes out his phone, setting it up by placing it on a sturdy surface so that it's in a good position to record a video. He adjusts the angle of the phone to make sure it's focused on Ushijima. Once he's satisfied, he checks the recording to ensure it's working as intended. Tendou returns his attention to Ushijima strapped to the chair, a sly grin on his face. He walks back over to him, standing right in front of him so that the camera has a perfect view of them both. Tendou looks down at Ushijima, his voice taking on a menacing tone as he begins to speak. Smile for the camera, Ushijima. Everyone from the group chat is watching. Ushijima's eyes dart to the phone, realization dawning on him as he sees that the camera is recording. Anger flickers across his face, but he remains silent, his mouth taped shut. Period. I wanna see this. Yes, yes, yes. Holy shit. I'm so ready chat. Live starting in 3, 2, 1. Period. Everyone from the group chat logs onto the live stream, their screens filled with the live video feed. They watch as Tendou and Ushijima come into view. Tendou standing over Ushijima with a gun in hand, while Ushijima is bound to the chair. Tendou's hand slowly traces the gun down Ushijima's bare chest, the cold metal against his skin. He does so with a deliberate and menacing slowness, wanting to intimidate and provoke him. Ushijima, despite his restrained state, manages to speak, his voice muffled by the tape over his mouth. He glares at Tendou, his eyes filled with anger and defiance. Tendou responds to Ushijima's mumbled words with a smirk.
Tell me what you say now. Tell me what you say, come again. If you cannot stay down, then you do not have to pretend.
He moves the gun to brush away some of Ushijima's hair, revealing his face more clearly to the camera.
Like there is no way out. I should've never let you in, 'cause you got me face down.
Period. Why does this nigga got a gun? Guys, someone need to help Ushijima. No shit, are we witnessing a crime? Nah, they just joking around. Period. Tendou takes a step back, admiring the side of Ushijima, helpless and restrained. He grins, enjoying the feeling of power over Ushijima, knowing that everyone in the chat is witnessing it all.
Don't take this personal. You're the worst, you know what you've done to me.
Ushijima glares at Tendou, his eyes burning with anger. He struggles against the ropes binding him, but they hold fast. He tries to speak again, though the tape muffles his words even more.
And although it hurts, I know I just can't keep running away.
Tendou stands inches away from Ushijima's face, staring straight into his eyes with a smug smile. He reaches out and grabs Ushijima's chin, tilting his head up slightly, forcing him to look directly at him. Tendou's grip on the gun remains steady as he slowly runs the gun down Ushijima's face, the cold metal gliding across his skin. Period. Is it loaded? Knowing Tendou, he don't play. Daichi, do something. I'm fucking on it, okay? Where does Ushijima stay at? Period. Tendou's eyes roam over Ushijima's face as he does so, enjoying the power he has over him.
I don't need you, I don't need you, I don't need you, I don't need you, but I want you.
He says, his voice a mocking hum.
I don't mean to, I don't mean to, I don't mean to, I don't mean to, but I love you.
Period. Am I tweaking or did his eyes turn red? Not tweaking, cuh. Daichi, what the fuck you here for just watching in this GC? Period. The dimly lit room was thick with tension as Tendou loomed over Ushijima, who was bound to a rickety chair.
Tell me what you say now, tell me what you say. You said that you would come again. You said that we would remain friends, but
shadows danced ominously on the walls, cast by a flickering bulb overhead.
you know that I do not depend on nothing or no one. why would you show up so uninvited? Then just change my mind like that. Please.
Tendou's grip tightened around the cold metal of the gun, twisted as he looked like he was about to cry. Period. He's crazy. I don't think he's crazy. What you don't understand is getting cheated on fucks with your mental. How? Let's say that I love this person so much and they are my whole world, just to find out they are making someone else feel the way I feel about them. It isn't fair. I get that, but what are they doing to get cheated on? Cause people don't just cheat for no reason, I guess, but why cheat when you can just leave? Because there shouldn't be a reason for that answer because it's wrong. And also, wasn't it Ushijima that confessed to Tendou first in high school? That's just fucking terrible of him to cheat. Tendou was being too good to him and not stressing him out. Like, imagine losing some game that can cook, bake, is fun to be around and loves you endlessly. How can he be so dumb to fumble that? Period.
Don't take this personal, but you ain't shit.
Ushijima tries to jerk his head away from Tendou's grip.
And you weren't special till I made you so. You better act like you know
Tendou's hold on his chin remains firm.
that I've been through worse to you. I just can't keep running away.
The tape is still obstructing Ushijima's speech, but his eyes continue to burn with anger and defiance. Period. Tendou let him know. Why are you encouraging this? And where is Oikawa? He may be the one in the real danger. Bro, you act all so right. There's no way. Sugara went offline. Sugara, Suga, Daichi went offline. Period.
But I don't need you. 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 But I want you.
Tendou turns away from Ushijima and walks over to the box.
I don't mean to. I don't mean to. I don't mean to. I don't mean to. But I. It's lost and hope.
Through its contents, searching for the item he needs. Period. Is he gonna kill him? How is Ushijima so calm? Maybe because he knows Tendou is just upset and wouldn't do anything to hurt him. I guess, but this not okay no matter what your partner did. Violence isn't okay, but it was okay when Oikawa was beating on IWAIZUMI. Well, maybe IWAIZUMI shouldn't have cheated. Bro, shut up, you're getting on my nerve, cause how you gonna say that when Tendou got cheated on for no reason? And? Period. He returns to stand in front of Ushijima, the tools in hand, a dangerous glint in his eye.
Everybody's like he's no item. Please don't like him. He don't wife him. He one item. I never listen, no.
Ushijima, seeing the tools in Tendou's hand, gets increasingly restless.
I should've figured though. All that shit you was spitting so unoriginal. But it was you, so I was with it. Then to tell you the truth, wish we never did it.
Ushijima tries to break free from the chair by shaking it vigorously, hoping to somehow loosen the ropes enough to escape. Period. I've located Ushijima and Tendou and I called the cops. Nigga, ain't you a cop? Aaron, me and you already ain't on good terms, don't fucking question me. Aaron, don't play with your life now. Period.
Cause I usually do, stick to the business. But you came out the blue, and then you just flipped it. Goddamn baby, my mind's blown. Be forgetting you live in a different time zone.
Tendou walks purposefully towards Ushijima, his grip on the knife firm as he closes the distance between them.
Think I know what this is, just the time's wrong. Yeah, I know what you did.
The smile on his face widens as he nears the captive, his intentions clear. Period. I'm driving TP the house, the cops ain't fucking doing shit, Ushijima is gonna get hurt and Tendou is doing something crazy that he doesn't mean. Sharbu and Semi went offline. Period. Sharbu and Semi were both at their apartments when they stumbled upon the live stream. The sight of a bound Ushijima immediately shocked them, prompting them to jump into their respective cars and speed towards Ushijima's place, concern and alarm etched on their faces. Semi's voice trembles slightly as he speaks, his anxiety and worry evident. Sharbu, hurry, we have to get there as quickly as possible. His foot presses down on the accelerator, increasing the speed of the car. Sharbu, equally alarmed, nods in agreement. I know, I'm going as fast as I can, he says.